welcome back to Undercover Agent. I'm Celine Graham, your host. Today's a special episode. We're going to go behind the scenes of Undercover Agent. This is an opportunity for you to hear a little bit about the mindset of an agent and some things that we wouldn't normally say to our client, but I feel like I can share it with you since we're undercover. So I'll see you soon. Talk about is how agents get paid. The reason I'm talking to you about this is because I think it's important for clients to understand how our business works. First of all, there is no set commission. That has to be said right off the top. It's illegal for us to say something like, the going commission is, or things like that. We're not allowed to say that, and that dates back to concerns over monopolies. So they don't want like all of the agents in a community or all the brokers in a community calling each other and saying, okay, we're not going to take any listings for less than this amount, or we're not going to accept buyer's commission for less than this amount. Those things are not allowed. So commissions are flexible and negotiable. Commissions are always negotiable. That being said, as an agent, I have the right to accept a minimum commission. Like, I'm not going to work for 1%. It's just not what I'm going to do. But that doesn't mean another agent might not. All of that being said, what we see in today's market, well, let's talk from the buyer side of things. Everyone knows about the World Wide Web. That's how we access information these days. Real estate agents use something called the MLS, and that's the multiple listing service. All of the properties that are available on the market are listed in that service. The only ones that are not listed are for sale by owners. This makes it very convenient because if you call me and you have a question about one property and it's listed by me, I can pull up that information, but you can also ask me questions about any other properties that are listed as well. So you don't have to call each individual agent, and I've recommended in the past that you don't do that. One of the reasons being that if your agent understands your needs, you're going to get much better service. But back to the commission issue, when we pull up a property in the MLS, if you're a buyer, you say, I want to look at properties for $200,000, City of Chicago, 1 bedroom, etc. I'm going to pull up the listings by the criteria that you give me. And then one of the things that we see on that list is the commission payout, or what we call the co-op fee. The co-op fee is the listing agent, the broker that they're listed with, has agreed to pay to cooperate with a buyer's agent, someone who brings a buyer, a certain percentage of the sale. What we see typically, like I said, these days is somewhere between 2 and 3.5%, but again, I'm not saying that's a set amount because we're not allowed to do that. And so I have, sometimes clients went, well, that's a lot of money. Agents make so much money. So let's take that $200,000 sale. Say I'm the buyer's agent and it's paying 2% commission. So that's $4,000 in commission when we close. Okay, well, if that all went in my pocket, that'd be pretty great, but it's not how it works. All of us agents work for a broker. And the broker is the one that gets paid. We don't get paid, the broker gets paid. So then the broker and the agent have agreed to a commission split when the agent started working for them. So that can be as low as a 50-50 split, and it can go all the way up to 100%, where an agent will get 100% of the commission, but they pay a monthly fee, maybe $700, $800, $900 a month. Just depends on the office. And then there can be a combination of things. So if you're with a newer agent, someone who hasn't been in the business that long, they're on a 50-50 split. So they get that $4,000 for the transaction. Their broker is going to take $2,000. The agent gets $2,000. Now, keep in mind, we don't have taxes withheld. We have to pay our own taxes. We have to set aside those funds, and so those amounts whittle down. And even though it may sound like a lot, we also have to divide that by all the different people that we worked with that we never closed a deal on. So maybe you're the buyer that I closed this month, but maybe I worked with 2 or 3 other buyers. One maybe postponed buying for a while, one went with a different agent, someone else found out they weren't qualified, to purchase after I worked with them for, you know, a week or so. So you can see if you start dividing it out, it's really not that rewarding. We do this business because we like it, and I'm not complaining, but that is kind of how the commission gets split. So not quite as much in the agent's pocket as you would have expected. Today I've shared with you several different areas of information that we kind of don't talk about in the industry, but I'd like you to understand it. So that's why I did share it with you today. There's more information I'd also like to share on the sales side of things. So I will do another episode of behind the scenes with Undercover Agent later in the season. I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Also feel free to make comments, and if I have enough questions, I will do a separate episode on a specific topic just for my viewers. So make sure you subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Undercover Agent. Take care.